Hello, fellow YouTubers. So, about to go get some oil and an oil filter for the bike. It's pretty new. It's got almost 1,200 miles on it now. So I'm gonna head to a motorcycle shop in the area, Waynesville Cycle Center, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm gonna try and change it myself. Hopefully we can make a video of it. It's a beautiful, breezy Thursday afternoon at, I guess it's around 60, 65. Really enjoying the heck out of it. Normally I'd be in class right now on Thursday at this time, but pre-calculus is just doing project presentations and he doesn't take attendance, and my group already went this week, so I'm taking this time to study. So study, because next week is finals week and it's gonna kick my ass. But I hope the wind noise isn't gonna be crap, because I really don't want to make this video again. Oh, and by the way, yes, I am a very new rider. If today is the 30th, I believe, I have been riding motorcycles for 30 days. Bought this motorcycle, the 2014 burnt orange Ninja 650 with ABS. It had 0 miles when I bought it, and now it's got almost 1,200, so I've put a decent amount of miles on it. A large portion of those miles was just from the recent meetup in Forsyth, Georgia with the C2W meetup. Chase on Two Wheels, I am Ramekin sort of spearheaded the event. It was an awesome event altogether. Got to meet a lot of really cool guys. Got to meet the big guys that were there. Some newer motovloggers such as myself. Some of the ones I met were Chase Jasper Down. Now these guys are mostly from Florida. This is the group I tend to hang out with. My grammar is shit. But I had hung out with these guys for the majority of the weekend, this past weekend, and some really awesome guys. But yeah, Chase Jasper Down, Moto Twitch, Oi Dirk, GoPro Chicken. These are all guys on YouTube. You should watch their videos. Really awesome people. And I know I'm forgetting someone. I'm sorry for whoever I'm forgetting. But either way, just really awesome weekend. Got to do a lot of good riding with a bunch of awesome people. On the way down, I ended up driving my buddy's truck because he hasn't really driven with the trailer that much. Did the trip from Charlotte, North Carolina. Of course, this isn't Charlotte. It's the mountains of North Carolina. But did a trip from Charlotte, North Carolina. We trailered all three of our bikes. That was with me, Road King, and one of our good friends called Brent. It's funny because Road King 013 and Brent have the same exact motorcycle. It's kind of cute because they basically have sister motorcycles. They both bought the same year, same model, CBR 600, and they bought it within the same week or two, I think, from the same dealership. So it's really cute. These guys, I might post up some pictures on Instagram or something like that later of these guys having their bikes all done up. And then of course their two bikes were on the trailer, and my bike was in the back of the truck. And we started the ride at I don't know, took us a long ass time to get those things situated. But we started the ride to Forsyth, south of Atlanta, if you guys don't know. I don't know, maybe 6 o'clock. I guess that makes sense. 5-hour drive. Yeah, about that long. God, this guy's all over the frickin' road. Look at that. A Nissan Pathfinder towing something. That just seems cute to me. A crossover towing a trailer. And we got there at 11 o'clock, rode around a little bit. Decided to be little hooligans. I did my first wheelie over the weekend. Scared myself shitless. It was not fun. Not what I expected it to be. Because this 650 is pretty torquey. It's a detuned engine of the Ninja 600 or 636. I'm not entirely sure. Because this engine hasn't changed in a while, and the 636 came out in 2013. So, yeah, it doesn't have the horsepower of the 636, but it's definitely torquey. So it's got a good amount of low end power, and just an awesome learner bike. The clutch is like a medium weight, and the throttle is definitely manageable, and it's just a good sized bike for me. I'm nearly 6'1", and I just fit it really well. I know I just completely switched subjects, but yeah, and I love the way this thing looks. I just recently put frame sliders on it, and it's interesting because the day after I put frame sliders on it, I was being a noob and had the nose of the bike facing down a slight hill, and I was cleaning the bike, and the damn thing rolled forward a little bit, and the kickstand buckled, and it hit the frame slider and scratched a little bit of the engine casing. So yeah, definitely a noob moment for me. I don't expect to keep this bike ridiculously clean, although I'm going to try, just because this is a learner bike. I don't really expect it to be completely pristine for the entire duration of my ownership of this bike. But yeah, that's a little bit about me and the bike. Yes, I'm a noob, I suck at riding, la-di-da-di-da, but I do have beautiful places to ride. I live in the mountains of North Carolina, and never really get bored with the twisties, so I wouldn't trade it for living in the city, just going in straight lines. But yeah, back to a little bit more about the meetup. What was I gonna say? Yeah, the meetup on this past Saturday ended up getting pushed back, which was fine. I was up really late, more than I should care to say, the night before. So the fact that it started at 12 and we got there at around 10 or 9:30, oh, that was so nice for me. You see, I'm not necessarily a night owl. I'm more or less an old soul. I wake up when the sun's up. It's kind of a shitty deal when you stay up late, because it doesn't matter, you just wake up early. Yeah, the meetup was good. Got to see a lot of awesome guys: Jake the Garden Snake, Chase on Two Wheels, Yummy R6, Downshift 83, Ms. Shift, Motonosity, I Am Ramekin. Those are the bigger names that I can remember. Sorry if I'm missing any. But yeah, just awesome frickin' meet. For the roads being in really the middle of Georgia, I was very surprised, and not like bad surprise. Like, I was happy. that the roads were fairly sweeping, nothing too straight. There were hills, so there was some variation in the route. I enjoyed it. The craziest thing for me, because of course I've only been riding a month. You better not run me over. The just craziest thing for me was we had 200 or 300 riders at the meet, and when we rolled through an intersection, everybody stopped for us because there was just so many frickin' bikes. And of course the whole line of bikes is going to keep on moving. You don't want to get separated. I've never been in a situation other than a funeral procession, which isn't quite as cool of an event, but never otherwise, where I just got to drive through stoplights and shit like that. It's just, it's something else. Yeah, and then later that night, we drove back. Originally, we were going to take the highway back because the Road King and Brent on their CBRs really didn't feel like riding a super long time on the way back, because we'd been riding a lot that day, and I'm sure their asses were sore. Mine's more of just a sport bike rather than a super sport, so the seat's a lot more comfortable, and I wasn't really complaining about the distance. It wasn't really a thing for me, but we ended up taking back roads back either way, and found an even more fun way to come back, so it was really awesome. Yeah, that was Saturday. And Sunday, I ended up riding with Oi Dirk, that's O-I Dirk, D-I-R-K, and Chase Jasper down, Moto Twitch, don't run me over. Chase Jasper down, Moto Twitch, Oi Dirk, GoPro Chicken, and some other guys. Sorry if I forget other names. I'm just not good with names in general. And we went to Blood Mountain. Freaking awesome place to go riding. I know Chase does a lot of the Blood Mountain videos and stuff like that. I just wish I had this camera up and going when I did that. Oh, and by the way, in case some of you are wondering, I'm an idiot. The camera I'm using, the action camera I'm using, is the Sena Prism, and it's coupled with the Sena 20S. Yeah, I know. People are going to say, you should have gotten the GoPro and shit like that. But I wanted an extremely simple setup. And I wasn't going to pay... I mean, if I'm going to get something, I'm going to get the newest version of something. I don't like buying outdated gear, for what it's worth. So Prism was the newest thing they had, and I had heard some and seen some on YouTube. Awesome reviews of the camera. Yeah, it doesn't shoot 60 frames at 1080p. It doesn't shoot 4K. But this is the first generation of the frickin' camera. So I don't expect it to be like how should I say? Perfect. I don't expect it to have every bell and whistle, but I didn't have to set up a mic in my helmet or a hard wire for the audio. I guess the audio could be better, but I mean that'll come with firmware updates, because the firmware that this thing's running is version 1.0.0.0. is the very first one for this camera. I don't expect it to be the best, but you know, it's doing all right for me. I've already done some practice footage, just sort of learning the ins and outs of the camera, and I enjoyed the hell out of it. Of course, it's my first. It's my first action camera, so I mean, everything's newfangled to me, and I love it. I hope this wind noise isn't bad. Can't really hear it, the feedback's on the speakers from my headset. But, yeah, dude, it's just, at least for somebody who's just starting, this is the perfect camera for me. And I think that's the biggest thing for people is you need to do your research. It's like buying a bike. It's like, oh man, I'm a new rider and I want to find the best bike for me, given my experience and everything else. I've never motovlogged before. I've never even owned a real camera other than the one that's on my phone. So this is great for me. I hope the video quality is alright. But yeah, just I love it. And like I said, I'm headed to Waynesville Cycle Center to pick up an oil filter and a couple quarts of oil. Maybe I can do an oil change video tutorial for you guys. Hopefully it isn't gonna be I hope the video isn't crap. That's my biggest thing, because I'm not gonna change my oil twice just to get a really good video. I'm sorry guys, I don't feel like using that sort of money. But yeah, because I'm poor as shit. I'm in college, yet I'm able to afford this. Maybe that's why I'm poor as shit right now. I've got a job to pay for it. But yeah, if you guys have any questions for me, just me as a new motovlogger, a fairly new rider. Actually, I'd say I'm still a greenhorn at riding, because I don't think that riding for more than a month or just at a month really constitutes me being an experienced rider, although I am more experienced than some. And by some, I mean the guys who just started riding. But yeah, if you got any questions for me, please leave them in the comment section below. I'll do more videos. Just got to I got so much content, like the generic, this is my bike, this is my gear, all that shit. So it'll be up eventually. Just give me a chance. Finals week are next week, so we'll see how much work actually gets done. But I will talk to you guys later, and see you on the flip side.